By the way, you also talked about outstanding delegate. Could you also tell us about some experiences that you had with your students in previous MUNs and their achievements, their feelings, and so on?
Well,
if you have anything interesting to share with us.
I mean, going to MUN is not necessary, you don't go there to win something, but it's always nice to win, right? So I do not put this, I don't emphasize the winning, because every committee still has like the best delegate, they have outstanding delegate, and they have some honorable mentions. But it's not the key of the MUN conference. I think the key is the whole experience you have, the social activities you get involved, seeing other people trying to find solutions to the issues that you are, even though they're all young people, they're all high school students, university students, and see very young people trying to act like mature adults, trying to make decisions. That's what it's all about. And to see them entertaining each other, having fun during the break times that they have, that is all about. But of course, it's it's a bonus thing is when you get an award. That's also very, very, it's a nice thing, and that's the point, right? We all want to be acknowledged that we did really well. And if you do well, if you make good speeches, if you make a number of speeches, or certain amount of speech, if you contribute to the teamwork while writing resolution papers, you will always be acknowledged. So best delegate, outstanding delegate, and honorable mentions. So because we are humans, we still want to be acknowledged. So seeing my students win some kind of awards is always an amazing feeling. As I recently, especially the last 2 years, I go with large delegations from our schools. So naturally, there are a good number of winning delegates at the same time. So I cannot just say who is the best, who is the worst, but I think all of them do really well. Some of them who don't feel that they did really well, they are going the second or third time and building their skills, and I always hope the best for the future. So soon we will be attending another MUN conference, and I see that some students are very competent delegates, whereas the others are still working towards the skills, and I really want to see how they have improved during this period.
That would be great. And as you said, it should be just viewed as the experience platform for the students.
Experience and also social events, because I think what is the most fun, what students enjoy most. Yes, this whole tension during the debates, it gives a certain adrenaline rush, I would say. But what they really enjoy is this break times when they get together, when they do, I mean, sometimes such basic things like dancing, or just talking to each other, or some competitions, or take silly photos. But all of these things, it's a part of the young person's life, and the more, it's all about, as adults we say, networking. For young people, it's socializing. They have to talk to others, to the students from other schools or universities, and see how students from other universities, for example, I'm going to have with high schools, so seeing high school students presenting themselves, interacting with younger ones, it's always a positive thing. And I think that's the most satisfying element. Have fun, have a good time. Those 3 or 4 days are always, fun for them. They must be fun, otherwise they wouldn't go again.
Is it possible for students to participate in MUN just in conferences in other countries?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think in Turkey we have the highest number of MUNs in one country.
Wow.
Because I think in Turkey we have, like, every weekend you could find certain MUN in one of the cities. It's really impressive. I think in Turkey MUNs are really seeing their best times. In other countries, you can find like Belgium, I think Greece, and UK, USA. They have regular MUNs. Some organizations, they have the MUNs for many, many years. But it's not as popular as here in Turkey. So I do believe Turkish MUNs are very well organized, because the Turkish people
so
already, Turkish high schools and universities, they already have so much experience in that. So the MUNs are really professional ones. Though it's always a nice experience to go and to see what people do in other countries. So I do have some colleagues going to, I mean, they just went to Hague actually for MUN with the students. So it was also quite interesting to see how my colleagues' students were actually making speeches in actually right next to the buildings of United Nations.
So I was just wondering, how you make your students feel calm and just overcome their anxiety during MUN?
Well, I think we should start during MUN club activities at school. Or I'm doing most of the sessions online. First of all, practice making speeches. Teach students to make a basic outline, like give the background, provide solution, and talk about the means to achieve that solution. Practice making speeches on the silliest topics if you want. I mean, the first MUN club meetings are about the silliest topics. They're not even seriously related with politics or social issues of happening right now. It can be as silly as possible. And then you build up on more serious topics. And so the more students practice, the more confident they will speak in those impromptu speeches. But on the other hand, during the MUN conference on itself, it is it's the environment like this. If you do not want to talk, you don't really have to talk. Of course, a good chair will always notice a person who is not talking, and in a way, he or she will encourage that person to talk. But if you are really overwhelmed with anxiety or other negative emotions, you're not forced to talk. You don't have to talk. But why would you go to conference if you're not willing to talk? Therefore, preparing a few speeches in advance can help you to overcome that anxiety at the beginning. And then after making 2 or 3 speeches, you will feel eventually, naturally, you will feel more confident and calmer, and then you'll just try to speak more. I mean, I know that there were a number of students who just made like 2 or 3 speeches throughout the whole conference, and it's not something very bad. Yes, I mean, I'm always trying to push my students to encourage them to make as many speeches as you can. Because what's the point of going to this kind of conference? You go to debate, and if you do not talk, there's no debate happening. And plus, as a representative of a certain country, you have to make sure that you represent your country properly. It's your responsibility, it's your honor to represent your country properly. So naturally, you need to learn how to deal with those emotions. Plus, I don't think there is much to worry about, because everybody is in the same committee. Everybody has the same emotions. Some people are more stressed, some people are more confident, but that's okay. You don't have to be just like the others. And all about controlling your emotions. Make sure you have something ready. If you cannot speak on spot, use your notes. Just take a deep breath and speak. That's it.
That's good. It's very practical.